So limited.
Yeah, and that's like the draft for women's soccer. It like because you can play amazing. You can go to like really good schools in college and everything, and you don't get to play in clubs or like your career's over by then because I don't know. I just feel like it gets unrecognized.
You push yourself so hard to get to where you want to be, and then at the end of the day, it's like you can't because there's no.
So what do you think the U.S. needs to do in order to provide more for women's soccer?
You know how we have an MLS and then like we have a Champions League? You have all these leagues.
Yeah.
I think we need to create more leagues, like women leagues, just simply because I feel like we have so many. Like they always say, like if you went to that game, they had kids on the top screen, like girls, little girls, and they wrote in a paper, what was it like? My dream is to play for the U.S. or my team, like dream to play soccer. You know,
cool.
But I think it's cool because. Like all these kids, they grow up and we're in a generation where you could do anything, like anything is possible, So basically, just the name and just the name on the back of your shirt or who you are in your town or like your community, it makes a difference. Like it's connection. So I think it's cool, but I don't know. I just feel like they should create more leagues for women.
Like take it step by step.
I definitely think they should like continue because they're doing good with the NWSL. But one thing that annoys me is that. They only have 9 teams. Mm-hmm. I feel like you should. I mean, we're in a country with 50 goddamn states. Yeah. You can't give us any more teams than that. Like the MLS, they have 27, I think, with LAFC this year. They got about 27. Los Angeles FC. You haven't heard? What, bro? This is old news. Anyway, okay, yeah, they're a they're a new team. They were established 2 years ago. Will Ferrell, I know he's one of the owners. Will Ferrell.
Oh.
Will Ferrell. But aside from that, because they got Chicago Red Stars, Houston Dash, North Carolina Courage, Orlando Pride, Portland Thorns, Seattle Reigns, Sky Blue, Utah Royals is new, and Washington Spirit. So, and you guys have seen Sky Blue?
She's been. I haven't.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
They're too far for us to. Like, I look up tickets and stuff, and I'm telling you, like,
it's
these drives.
It's really cheap,
but it's cheap. But the drives,
like even it's like an hour to get there and an hour back home in traffic.
I don't know.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, because I was talking to my fiance Sabrina yesterday. I was like, "Oh, let's go to one," and then she was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Babe, tickets are only like $20-$25."
Yeah,
and you get good seats.
Yeah, it's good seats. And then I'm looking. I'm like, "Oh fuck, Pescado in New Jersey. That's just far as hell."
Yeah, it is far.
I don't know why they wouldn't be able to use the Rebel Arena. That'd be great.
I don't know.
Just imagine.
That would be every game.
What?
I feel like it'd be cool. Like if we had a team for New Jersey, that'd be great. I think I don't know.
But like I said, I mean, we have 50 states. You can only give us 9 teams. Yeah. And last year I heard they had 10 teams. But it was FC Kansas City, right? FC Kansas City, and there was another one. Boston Breakers. Boston Breakers, they've been a team since...
They're still there.
No? I was looking up last... I'm telling you,
wow.
I've been up for hours looking up these news, and they were out because they weren't financially stable. Oh. So they weren't able to pay their players and all that other stuff.
That's another thing. Like, the men make so much more money. Not just the players, but ridiculous. The clubs themselves, like, make so much money. Like, you're playing you're playing in Harrison, and just the money they make off of, like, not even tickets, but, like, merchandise, everything, it's, like, it's crazy. And no offense, but, like, I feel like if you were to go watch a women's game, I'd rather go to the women's. If we had to pick between watching a women's game and going to the Red Bulls game, I'd choose the women's game.
Honestly, yeah.
Just because, like, and if we sold the merchandise at that stage, I'm pretty sure we'd make the same amount of money, but, like, we don't have that.
I honestly think, I think it would actually benefit both teams if both teams use the same stadium. Mm-hmm. Because then, both would make a good amount of profit, selling the jersey, selling all that stuff, and it would help out the team so that teams like Boston Breakers or FC Kansas City wouldn't, fold apart.
Yeah. What is it, the Giants and the Jets that share the same stadium?
Yeah, same thing in Italy with AC Milan and Inter Milan.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think we should, even if we did create a team here in New Jersey or whatever, and it was small, we would still be perfectly financially stable just because look how much money Red Bulls makes. And they're not even that,
no, they're
not
even
popular,
that, no.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like,
just imagine if we did have, if we had women's close by, and especially with the community, they have Harrison, you got Newark. Kearney,
Soccer Town, USA.
You guys got, we have a crap load of, Kearney or Kearney?
It's Kearney. I grew up there, it's Kearney.
Kearny is the place I'm talking about.
Yeah, Kearney.
I right. Okay, I was going to say.
Kearney.
Oh, who's your favorite team?
As in?
NWSL.
Orlando Pride.
Why? Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan, Sydney Leroux, Ali Krieger, and you know the Brazilian, like
Marta.
her.
You?
I don't have a favorite team.
What?
I don't. I'm so sorry. Because you know what it is? I don't really watch, like, the clubs, the clubs play or whatever perform. But I watch the USA team play, and my biggest idol is Megan Rapinoe.
She loves Megan Rapinoe.
Let me tell you, she played for Portland University. She played at a university in Portland. She tore her ACL twice and had surgery twice throughout college. Went to the women's draft, got another surgery, and then played here in the U.S. And she previous year she had toured again and had to get surgery again. Like, it's like I guess just an inspiration to me, like, that you can be injured and you can come back. You get me? I love.
Well,
team,
look at your own situation.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Went through a couple injuries and you came back and look. Now you're playing with
injuries.
Yeah, let's hope you can.
She's one of my favorite players, though. I mean, like, I enjoy the league. Mm-hmm. I enjoy, if I could go to a game, that'd be great. But when I do go to the USA games, ask her, my face just lights up. It's a great feeling. One. Yeah.
I think it was against Japan or South Korea. I think it was something like that, and that was like years ago.
It was just but it's like I don't know. I just don't have a team, but I definitely have a player like that. She's my player. She's my person. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I like watching Alice Morgan, Carly Lloyd, Mallory Pugh is another inspiration. She's so young. Gosh. You know what I'm saying? I also
you never heard of Mallory Pugh?
No.
Search her up right now.
Here,
what are you doing?
Here.
Search her up. Search her up.
No, I can't.
Search it up.
No, because then if not, whatever thing comes up.
It's right there.
Interested in what?
You've never. Oh my goodness.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to get to know the league a little bit more, because I want to be able to know. Because all I know is
19.
Started when she was 17.
Yeah.
Nope.
Never. Ever. Oh my God.
Never.
¿Qué haces con la vida tuya?
Well, I'm trying to make a living. What's your favorite team? Player. Sorry.
I have to.
No. Say your first.
No.
Alex Morgan.
Thank you.
All right. Now who's the other one?
Mallory Pugh.
Oh, that one. Okay.
No, that one.
Now, who's she play for? What team?
Washington Spirit.
She came from California, I think, right?
Yeah. Cali.
But, like, it's crazy. Like, that's a big.
That's
California's big compared to New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
you can have like 3 teams there, bro.
I know, but I don't know. I have a lot to say against that.
Huh? For women's, no, they don't. I mean, you got one. Sky Blues jersey.
California.
Oh, whoops! Sorry, guys.
Pega atención.
Soy perucha.
I know. You know what else I was reading? They have 6 players from this league were nominated in the 5th Pro Women's World 11. I don't know if you guys heard. You know how they do at the end of every season?
And it's like top forwards, top midfield.
No. They like predict the World 11, like out of the entire year. What? It's the same thing with like Ballon d'Or, like FIFA Team of the World, FIFA Team of the Year. Remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They nominate like forwards, midfields.
Yeah.
Alex Morgan, Lloyd. I don't know who.
Alana Kennedy. You guys know her? She's from Orlando Pride. Carly Lloyd.
Yep,
Lloyd. We know that. Marta from.
Yeah.
Sam Kerr. I posted a video. Yes,
she used to play for Sky Blue
last season. I think it was last season.
Yeah, she
scored some sick ass goal. She's the GOAT.
Yeah,
but I thought it was Alex Morgan.
No, but I'm saying like she's brought her team back like from a 4-2 to 3-2, 3-0 to a 4-3 win.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm serious.
What, for the national team or club?
No, for club. She used to play for Sky Blue, but she got traded to
this past season.
Yeah, for this season coming up.
Oh, so she
just played for Sky Blue the past season.
So now she's in Chicago Red Stars.
Yes.
Okay. Alex Morgan's also nominated, and Jodie Taylor. You guys know who that is? She played for Seattle Reign.
Sounds familiar.
England. Oh, you're not into it, but you're
he knows. He knows.
Big fan.
You know stuff, guys. This is Brian.
Hey, Brian. Yeah.
Do you know? You know what? I was reading this, and 4 teams are affiliated with MLS teams. So Houston Dash is with Dynamo. Portland Thorns are with Timbers. Orlando Pride is with City. And the new one, Utah Royals, are with Real Salt Lake City. I feel like they should take advantage of that. And like we were discussing about sharing the stadiums, that should definitely happen because it would help it grow. I mean, not only, like I was talking about Boston Breakers, they fell through financially. So just imagine if LA Galaxy were to own a team. They wouldn't fall. And plus, they would have, an academy.
Yeah.
And players would come through a lot more. Now, let me ask you guys a question. What if in the future, which I hope, they come to a point where they have 40 teams in a league.
40 teams?
Just say they do. All right, say 30.
30,
So
okay.
lower a little bit. At that point, would you guys want to follow the MLS's path and not just do playoff games? Or go the traditional football way and do promotion relegation? Think about it.
I don't know.
Just think about it. Take a second to think about it. Because look at the way MLS is. They follow this traditional American sports, where at the end of every season, you go and play, do the playoff shit. And then whoever wins it wins the whole thing.
They do that for the women, too.
I know, which is really annoying. Because if you, all right, go to Spain. Do they do that?
Don't do that.
No. The one who's on top wins. Just imagine, if you look at the MLS in recent years, the one who was always on top rarely wins it. Because it's someone, whoever just came from 5th place. Mm-hmm. And that's annoying. Because imagine, put yourself in Real Madrid's spot. They finish on top.
Why, bro?
Because it's your team, right? They finish on top. Mm-hmm. They come up to a playoff game against Atletico. Mm-hmm. They lose 4-2. Mm-hmm. But Atletico was in 17th place.
I feel like I wouldn't go the MLS way. Because, like, the team worked, like, their asses off to get to first place.
Exactly what I'm saying.
And then, like, a team from God knows where it comes out. And,
And it's only, what pisses me off is that it's only 4 teams. 4 teams that make it into the playoffs. You have 9 teams there.
But it's...
Like, it's weird, like,
it's retarded. If they're going to do something like that, then create, like, the U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah.
Create something for them so that, they can go by elimination from then on. Because it's just annoying that to have the playoff game. What? You can speak.
Man.
No, but I'm saying you can speak.
I see it.
But did you guys know that all the clubs, like, this is how financially unstable this league is? I mean, they're okay because, they have their league. But the clubs, they provide the players with money for their house and money for the car.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
All clubs receive money to help pay for players' house and car.
Damn, get me in there.
If they don't use it for that because the player will decide, they'll end up using it as like an allowance.
Yeah.
So like a weekly payment.
I used to play for this girl used to play in our BSA league. Whitney, I think her name was.
Yeah.
She used to play. Yeah. She used to play, and she used to come in. She'd come with like new cleats and like all this new stuff. And I think I asked her one time. I was like, "How? I don't get it." And she said that the school that she played for, or the league that she was playing for, paid for everything. Like if she needed something, so if she needed shoes or if she needed a new
they do that.
If they needed new gear or anything, and it ripped, they'd pay you to do it.
Where'd she go?
So. When I asked her, I was just a little. I was like, wow, all right, that's pretty cool. And like, I think that's what actually made me feel like really. I was like, oh shit, like if I did go play, I mean, that's pretty cool. So I didn't know they paid for your car and house on when you go to professional level. But
I was reading it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, but think about what the men's get. Like
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like they get so much more.
It's annoying because of the fact that if I feel like women should get the same treatment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Even if they don't get paid as much, they should still get the same benefits. That's what I feel.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's ridiculous that, like, back to the TV situation. You can go find the La Liga game within a snap. Mm-hmm. You can go find the Champions League game within a snap. Mm-hmm. You can go find, any men's game, like 1, 2, 3. And it's annoying that you have to download an app, you have to log in, you have to create an account, just to watch your women's team play. Mm-hmm. Like the only games I can find easily is when the women's play the World Cup.
Yeah.
Which is, I personally think that's
1,
not
2,
fair.
3.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3.
That's a big moment for sports. Like I feel like the Women's World Cup is huge.
I think
it is huge. My household was shaking. Like I was just jumping everywhere. I was so excited when they won.
But see, that's that excitement that needs to be brought into the women's league. Mm-hmm. I mean, not only in the NWSL. Because I don't know. I know they do NWSL. I know they do the W League in Australia, which I pay attention to. And they do a women's league in Australia. They do it in Spain? Because I've seen the...
Yeah, it is. It's just women's.
Yeah, they do it women's. And they have one PSG too.
Oh, do they? Oh, I know. Yeah, because they're in the Champions League. See, I do the Women's Champions League. But that's the only 3 leagues I know. I don't know anything else. But my whole point is about this to doing this episode with you guys is I feel like people need to be more in tune with the football and the women's side. Why? What happened?
Nothing.
What could be done to shed light more on the women's side of soccer? Like, what do you think?
Add more teams.
Aside from, but like, because